What's going on, guys? Henry Fong here. We're back with another tutorial, and today I want to talk about 5 of the most important tips I've learned along the way on how you can have a longer career in music. So throughout my journey in music, I've been a DJ and producer now for 10 years. I think I started in about 2009, 2010. I've been able to meet some really cool people along the way, and they've taught me valuable lessons, given me good advice, and I kind of wanted to share what I've learned through my journey and also talking to other people on how they've been able to kind of extend their music careers longer than normal. And I think being a professional musician, DJ, producer, whatever it is extremely difficult because it's very competitive, it's very up and down. But I think there's a couple good lessons to take away that you can do to kind of help you guys out. So along my journey in music, I've got to meet some really cool people. I've talked to a lot of big DJs and producers, and I've kind of got to see what they do differently than the rest of the people and how they've been able to have such awesome long careers. And I wanted to go ahead and share that with you guys. And for my first tip, it's going to be not being afraid to try new sounds and evolving your genres. You know, I think in music, styles and genres and sounds change all the time, especially in dance music. It can be 1 or 2 years, the sound's different. On the broader scope of pop music, they definitely change every year or two. What I've noticed is a lot of the OGs, bigger DJs and producers and the more successful guys, they're never afraid to change their sound and try new stuff and be kind of ahead of the curve when it comes to pivoting styles and genres. You know, I think you guys need to understand too, in a career of 10, 20, 30 years, music styles can change so many different times. And being at the front of that new change it feels weird in the moment, but for the long haul, I think it's better for a longer career. You know, I feel like there's not very many guys that started making the same type of music at the beginning of their career as they were now. My second tip, I've noticed that a lot of the successful guys do, and this has definitely helped me a lot too, is adapting new technology platforms when they're available, and also new social media platforms. And I guess a good example of this is the world of technology is changing so fast, and especially since 2010, the way we consume music has changed. And if you notice, a lot of the guys that jumped on streaming and Spotify, for example, first, I think they have a better listener base now because they adapted the technology quicker. That's just one example. Another example is social media platforms. You know, Facebook used to be the primary social media platform, but that changed over time too. Instagram got really popular, Twitter kind of stayed, and then all of a sudden TikTok came about. And I think whenever these new platforms come about, trying them out and seeing if they can fit into your career and how you can use it to your advantage is always going to benefit you. And I've noticed a lot of the big DJs, musicians, whoever, they're never scared to try these new technology platforms and adapt them and see if they work for their careers first. For my third tip, it's focusing on the music first. My first manager always told me this. He said the music is the most important thing and you should spend most of your time doing it. While it's important to keep up with marketing and social media and PR and other things too, the music is your first and foremost product of your entire career. And I think the guys that truly make it a long time in this business, they just make good music and they get hits. And I think you should do whatever you can in your power to always make sure that you're delivering the best product you can. And I think that also means to continually learn new skills when it comes to production, songwriting, music creation, and everything that has to do with that. So my fourth tip is learning how to be an executive producer. And what I mean by executive producer, it means kind of just being the CEO of a project and project managing your own song. Some of the bigger guys, the way they work on music, it's more in this role rather than just at the computer kind of guy. You know, they're managing songwriters, they're managing singers, instrument players, mixing engineers, other producers. And I think you have to learn how to delegate tasks appropriately to get the ultimate best song. You know, the best songs come from collaboration. And it's really, really important to learn how to work with all these different people down the line that are helping you create. And I've noticed some of the best producers are executive producers. And I think good examples of this is someone like Diplo or David Guetta. These guys are really good executive producers, and they know how to get a really good finished product by managing these different people along the way. So yeah, learning how to be an executive producer is extremely important. And tip number 5, last but not least, is learning how to invest your money properly. Doing music as a career can be super up and down. So saving money for a rainy day is extremely important in a career like this. And 2 places that I found success in investing my money have been the stock market and real estate. You know, over the long haul, both of those asset classes tend to go up over time. This really helped me out this year during the pandemic. I put some money away in 2013, 14, and 15 into stocks and real estate. And that money just grew over time. And then during the pandemic, with no DJ shows and everything, I was able to go back into those assets and take money out and help myself through this entire year. So I think it's extremely important to learn how to invest your money. 2 good places to start is the stock market and real estate. So I hope this tutorial has helped you guys. You know, I've been fortunate enough to have a career now over 10 years, and I just kind of wanted to share some of the stuff I've learned along the way. So enjoy, and see you guys soon.